to Cooking with the Kriks. It's the holiday season, it's
Yes.
Christmas time and the Thanksgiving time, and I'm here with my favorite middle son, Brian Krikorian.
Well, and glad to be here. Today we are going to make you some
Pistachio-Crusted
lamb.
One of our favorite Christmas dishes.
Yes, it is. Lamb is always on the menu here. It's one of my personal favorites. Anytime they ask me, Brian, what do you want to eat today? Lamb. What do you want to eat today? Lamb. What do you want to eat? Lamb.
And the first time I believe it was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
And I got myself a nice 2 racks of lamb. My kids haven't had any lamb, and I went ahead and did it for my birthday. And guess what? I only got to eat 2 little chopettes. Everybody else got to enjoy it.
By everyone else, he means I got to eat the majority of it.
Well, here it is. We're going to start cooking your favorite dish.
Perfect. Let's go.
We're going to start making this delicious pistachio-crusted lamb.
Yes.
A little bit of salt on there.
Grab some oil real quick.
All right, go ahead. Get the oil, all the pan.
And get some oil in the pan. That way we can start getting a really good sear once this lamb chop starts just to hit in there. So we just hit salt, pepper on there. That's what we're starting with, and we're just going to go ahead and just sear all sides of it. And you can hear that sizzle. That's when you know you're starting to get a really good cook on it. You don't want to do this too long, as we're not really trying to just finish the cook here. We're just starting it here. That way we can get the pistachio crust on there and the oven to allow it to cook that way.
Absolutely. And what you're doing is basically you're getting the fat to melt and also give it a real good color.
We're going to go ahead and add some butter.
Yep. Get that butter.
That melted in there.
How about some garlic?
Some garlic.
Get a little bit of some.
Always got to have garlic in a Krikorian dish.
That's right. And add a little bit of aromatics. And today we're going to add a little bit of thyme.
Perfect.
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of also. Ooh, it's getting us a little bit of tarragon. Give it that little bit of licorice flavor, and it's really good. It balances it out really well. And oh man, oh yeah, it's already getting there.
We're starting to get a little bit of color. We're going to flip it back over here in a second just to get a little bit extra.
Go ahead and put those in the butter so that the butter gets the flavoring, and you can baste it all over it. There you go.
And the basting is, like he said, it's just going to add some of that extra flavor. So you got the garlic, the tarragon, the thyme, and it's going to give just a little bit different and a fresh flavor than what you typically get in dishes like this. And all we're going to do is we're going to continue flipping this over. We're going to make sure all sides are seared to really lock in that flavor. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit more while we're here.
Go for it.
Yeah. With lamb, it is better to use tongs, but you can just hold these chops. They're not going to be super, super hot. And we're just going to flip that over just one more time real quick.
All right. And when we come back, we'll go ahead and start doing our mixture and put it in the oven.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right. Looks like it's perfect.
It is. I'm going to baste it just a couple more times real quick just to finish that off, get a little bit extra flavor, and then just pull it right out, and we're going to set it on the cutting board.
That's right. That's perfect, man. Basically, it took you about 3 minutes on each side. That's all it took. And here we go. We're going to start making the crust for this.
So what do you got there?
I got a panko
breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. Thank you very much,
Yes.
Brian. And what I did was go ahead and blitz them a little bit, because that way it'll be a little bit finer. And I did the same thing. Put the pistachio in a mixer.
By blitz them, he means he just put it in a blender.
Food processor.
Food processor.
That's right.
That way it actually just gets a little bit finer. It's going to make it adhere to the lamb chop a little bit better.
And I add a little bit of salt again to the crust. And what we're going to do is go ahead and add this mustard to it. What the mustard does, it actually tenderizes it a little bit, gives it a lot of good flavor, and also gets all this good crust stuck on there.
Yes, and this is a Dijon mustard. Does it matter if you use this versus a regular mustard?
Use your favorite mustard. That's my, I like Dijon for usually lamb, and stone ground mustard is really, really good if you like the seeds in there. But if you don't, I'd stick to what I just did. Go ahead and use the Dijon.
And you can be pretty liberal with this. It doesn't have to be super It needs to be really coated. That way you get a really good crust on it.
And believe it or not, your mom, you know, 'cause she doesn't like mustard, but when we actually crust things with it, she says it doesn't taste mustardy.
Yeah.
So it's not, you know, adding a little bit to it doesn't hurt it at all. All right, here we go. There's
You
my.
really want to get it on all sides.
All sides,
of this.
that's
You want
right.
it on the top, bottom, sides.
Go ahead, pat it in there if you want to. As you can see, it's really nicely crusted. We're going to do all sides of this, and then once we get this all done, we'll go ahead and put it in the oven, 325 degrees, probably about 10-15 minutes. Again, trusty thermometer will be good.
Yes.
Maybe, you know, if you like it medium, about 135 degrees, medium rare, 125, 135. If you want it a little bit more, cook it a little while longer, but make sure after you get it out, the most important thing is to let it rest. Okay, and once you let it rest, kind of like we have done with our other one, let's get this baby out. Now let's go ahead and cut it. And we are using a sharp knife. What is the most important thing about a knife is how sharp it is. And here we go. There we go.
Beautiful.
We got ourselves this is closer to medium because it's been sitting there for a little bit, folks. But generally, you know, you get this kind of flavor. You get all these flavors out there. If you like pistachio, you get the pistachio flavor. You have a little bit of salt and the general flavor of the lamb. Is amazing, isn't it?
The beautiful thing is like you said, if you really aren't into mustard, you don't like how it tastes or anything like that, it doesn't impart that much flavor into this lamb chop. You barely get any, if at all. You get a lot of the crunch of this pistachio. You get the herbs that we put in earlier when we were basting it. It's a really good product here at the end.
Happy holidays, everyone.
And if you wanted a recipe like this, you can go to our website and find it on our blog. But if you don't feel like cooking, you can book us, Vibrant Occasions Catering. You can reach out to us through that website, and happy holidays.
Yes, sir. And Brian, thank you very much for coming to my show, man.
Glad to be here today. Thank you so much for the invite.
Absolutely. This is what we're gonna have for dinner, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. I'll see you next time.